After a long and arduous journey, the forest finally clears. A field opens up before you, and then you see it. Welcome to Thunderdice Empire, the podcast where meeples walk and chits talk. Now, to introduce your game masters, Justin and James.
And welcome to Thunderdice Empire, the podcast where meeples walk and chits talk. I'm your host, James. I'm here with also...
Justin!
Thank you, Justin. We also have our guests back again. Eileen and Aaron. Say hello, you two.
Hey!
Hi!
Stop banging your cell phone on the table.
Oh, can you guys hear that?
Yeah, it's called...
It's a noise stick. I'm sorry. I need my own table over here where I can just, do stuff.
A soundproof table.
I think that's a good idea for
Yeah,
me.
I mean, like a
table.
cushion or something.
Also, I think we're erring on the side of ambiguity a little too much. Eileen is a public figure, a professional
Excuse
comedian.
me, Eileen Dobbins.
Thank you. And we've never dropped her Twitter handle or Facebook or whatever. I don't know what media form she wants to be totally trolled on, but I think that we should give her at least the opportunity to share that and pimp whatever show she may or may not have coming up.
You know what, Justin? I think that is appropriate.
I
Eileen,
think that's a great idea.
Guys,
Eileen,
that's very nice.
why
Give us
don't you
your-
plug
we are just normal
what you
people
are.
now, and what do you do?
So on Twitter, my handle is Eileen is a jerk. And on Facebook...
I'm sure you have to put an at in front of it.
At.
Yes.
I don't
yes,
know a lot
at.
about Twitter.
I think if you have a Twitter
Is it
account,
hashtag?
At,
Or
no.
you will know
That's a-
how to enter my name. I
No,
think if you have a Twitter
hashtagging is
account.
if you want to trend a topic.
Yeah, it's like
At
a
is
it's like
your
a bookmark you
username.
can find later.
Yeah.
Usernames are at Eileen is a jerk. And I want to say
have-
.com, but I don't think that's right.
That is not
Hashtag
right.
Justin
No.
Thank you, I
knows
don't
know.
nothing about Twitter.
Another option is Facebook, Eileen Dobbins. I think I'm the only one that it has a page.
One of a kind.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we'll link it on the Facebook page, so check it out on Thunderdice Empire.
And once again, thank you to Demolition Games for allowing us to record. Aaron.
Demolition Games.
We're at 85 West, 3300 South, Salt Lake City. It's a game store by gamers for gamers.
So, James, let's go through today's show. We've got a couple guests on today. We're going to have Brady and Mel of Brady's Prop Shop, and Mel is an astronaut in training. James, what game are you going to review today?
We're going to discuss Netrunner.
Ooh.
And Justin, what was your find for this week?
Stick the IRS.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
everybody's favorite game is tax
That's a
evasion.
game?
It's actually a game, and we're going to talk about it.
What a
For
great
some of
premise.
us, it's a lifestyle.
but
But not me.
yeah.
Not me.
Yeah,
IRS.
Eileen Dobbins. Eileen Dobbins.
Hypothetically, Aaron's been getting on my case year after year for doing my own taxes.
It's true.
But it has nothing to do with sticking the great IRS.
Oh, the
He
great
winked
IRS.
off mic. Can you wink on mic? Never mind.
Okay, so Brady has been sitting here ever so patiently of Brady's Prop Shop. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for
Welcome.
having me.
Thank you, Brady.
So you make props, is that correct?
It is correct. I do make props.
What would you have done if you'd have said no right there? This has been a short show. We're out, folks.
Well, we're going to go to Netrunner.
So kind of, for those of people out there, I'm sure most people know what props are, but there's probably one person that doesn't know what props are. I give props to James all the time.
Okay, you know
Wah,
what?
wah.
We're going to move on. Brady, so
I
discuss...
think we should start a tally for those jokes.
Yeah.
For want-wants?
Prop jokes.
We got one. We're,
So,
12 minutes in.
Brady, how long have you been making props?
So that's really kind of objective. I've been building since forever, since I was a kid, and I recently really picked up prop building within the past 2 years.
Okay. What was the first thing you built that you can remember?
The first thing I can remember, it was probably just a little plastic model car that I had picked up from my grandpa's hobby shop. And
Okay.
just slapped it together, put some paint on it, and there I made something.
I love those things. I don't think I ever finished one. Did you finish yours?
I did finish a few.
Okay. Did you ever Frankenstein them, where you took like the front half of a F-150 truck and then the back half of like a Thunderbird jet plane and tried to make them into one monster?
That seems kind of perverse. I don't know why one would do that.
Come on, trucks and planes, they exist in the same world. Perverted?
Perverse.
Oh, perverse.
Perverse.
Yeah.
Is that different?
It's like a crime
In this
against
case,
nature.
no.
What you're trying, but hold on. Let's explore this, Aaron. What you're effectively doing.
Well, I got
is
bored. I was
creating-
ADD.
Well, you know what's going to happen now.
Yeah.
Like that's exactly what would happen if an airplane Transformers had sex with a car Transformer.
There's an image.
That's exactly what you're
Kill
describing.
me.
Car form or Autobot form?
I'd
Autobot
call
form.
it like a Decepticreep.
Yeah, Decepticreep's a more appropriate term. Oh my god!
But you finished yours, and they were great. And what was Evolution 2 from kind of programmed plastic models?
So really, the evolution from that was I really kind of stopped for a few years, and I really wanted to get back into something creative where I could build with my hands. And I was on a long trip coming back from Disneyland and saw one of their R2 units rolling down the street, and just started Googling like what it would take to build something like that. And when I found out it would be insanely difficult, and just people who've been doing stuff like that for 15 years hadn't built an R2, I started looking into what I could build. So my first prop build was a 1-to-1 scale mouse droid.
Nice.
Nice. And I've seen pictures of the. Are you still working on the Gonk droid as well?
Gonk droid is almost finished. I
Okay.
put like a few layers of paint on it, and he's
Nice. And
almost done.
Expand for us. What's a gonk droid?
it was
catch
in
me up.
Star Wars. It's a boxy droid with 2 legs. It doesn't really do much. It walks around going gonk.
Is it the trash can?
Yeah, it looks like a
the
trash
walking
can.
trash can. Okay.
It looks like a trash can.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you'll see it in the scene with where C-3PO and R2 are in the Jawa crawler.
Oh yeah, and it
Yeah.
gets the.
No, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Very
that's
good.
right. Brady, you recently just finished a Kickstarter campaign. What were you building for that?
Well, my first Kickstarter campaign was for the Medal of Yavin, which I cast out of metal, and that one was really successful. I was super excited about that.
I backed
And-
it. It's a really good product.
Yeah. A lot of work. A lot of late nights on that one.
And that was your first metal build, like your first die cast with.
That was my first metal casting I'd ever tried, and it was a lot of work, a lot of revision, a lot of that didn't work, remelt, redo, did that over and over again until I got it just right. And my latest campaign just ended. It was for the Captain Kirk mug in the new Star Trek Beyond film, where just really subtle prop, Captain Kirk walking around the Enterprise with a mug with the Starfleet logo on it, and that one just finished up and raised right around 3,000% of what I was asking for. So,
Wait, so you just built the mug replica and sold it? Fill me in a little.
so basically, what I did was I was looking for what mug they used in the film. It turned out that it was just an IKEA mug. So I went into IKEA and asked, I will have 300 of these mugs, and got looked at like I was a crazy person. And right now I was just finished working on what the logo looked like in Photoshop, did that, cut out a stencil, stenciled it, and now I'm just working on painting the logos on. After that, they'll be baked, and hopefully they'll be permanent.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Hopefully.
As permanent as anything we buy at ThinkGeek.com, right?
I just want to say,
Exactly.
as a 5-year employee of IKEA, I recognized that mug the second I saw it.
Yeah.
And I know exactly which one you're talking
Yeah.
about.
And as a 2-year employee of IKEA, I also understand.
Do you, James?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Silence.
Yeah.
So your end goal here is to sell 300 mugs.
I sold right around 200 mugs.
Phenomenal. That is
Yeah.
extremely cool. Is
Excellent.
the mug shaped something unique? Am I missing something? Does IKEA have a coffee mug that I don't own yet?
They just have a coffee mug that has a very particular curve to it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Alright.
You they're in my cabinet at home. If you come over and have coffee, you'll see them. But you never come over for coffee, Aaron.
I will be there at
Ooh.
9 o'clock tonight.
Fantastic.
Okay.
So this is a gaming show, obviously, and props tie in heavily to gaming. Have you gotten any requests or stuff like that for people into live action role playing or with custom board games they want maybe pieces for?
I've never gotten any like gaming pieces, but with Medal of Yavins, I imagine that you could definitely just wear the medal, get really involved in the game, become the character, things like that. Just make the game really come alive.
Excellent.
Yeah. And I know with like prop building and anything like that and fabrication, 3D printing has taken huge leap in the idea of using your hands and using a lot, like, based down into what it takes to become a prop builder. Have you ever gotten into or looked into getting 3D printing, or do you like the actual one at a time fabrication?
I've been really looking into 3D printers. That's been really popular for a lot of builders on the RPF, Replica Prop Forum, which I'm a part of. And that's been a really awesome tool for a lot of builders. There's been a few builders who are actually using them to print full-scale helmets and then sand those down and be able to cast from that. So it's really sped up the process for prop building instead of having to take like clay and literally hand mold it, which can take weeks and sometimes months to get something where just build a quick CAD file and print it out, and 10 hours later you have a physical piece that you can start working with.
Interesting.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you a really hard question because
Really
I've
hard
asked this
question.
of other prop designers before. What is the favorite thing you've built? Your favorite prop out of everything you've built?
Oh, my favorite prop that I've built. I'm a really big fan of my mouse droid that I built.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a lot of really positive reception from people when I drove that around the Star Wars premiere last year.
Nice. So is it remote control?
It is remote control. It's remote
so
control,
sweet.
sound. It's got the works.
That's very cool. Did any people dressed up as Wookiees like growl at it?
I did have one.
Yes.
See,
Excellent.
that's one of my favorite things about cons is walking around and like playing around with people who, like you, are just like, yeah, this is my passion. I love this kind of stuff. I remember at one point during one of my cons, I walked around and one guy was dressed as Booker from BioShock Infinite, and I just kept yelling, "Hey Booker," and I kept tossing him quarters, and he got so
Nice.
upset with me. He was like, "Stop it, all right." But yeah, it's really great to have you. I mean, I think it's really important that, cut that. I don't even know what I was going with.
Yeah, James, you just kind of trailed off there, man.
So I'm gonna be
Mark.
selfish. Does this carry over into cosplay or costuming for you, anyways?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. So this past Comic-Con at FanX, I did a Kylo Ren cosplay, and
Bless you, sir.
it was really hot.
Wait,
It was-
like as in attractive or as in just temperature-wise hot?
Both.
Okay.
So I built a helmet exclusively for that, and that took a lot of work.
We should talk. Yeah, helmets are the next.
Aaron,
next...
aren't you going to be Tommy the White Power Ranger this year?
Yes, I will be.
So, yeah, you guys should totally hook up. And
Yeah, helmets are the next frontier. That is a tricky science there. And I should bring up just a callback. CosSpace up north. Have you heard of them?
I have not.
They have a 3D printer for use for members. So if you wanted to try one, they have workstations, computer workstations there. You can upload your software. You can use their 3D printer and dial it in a little and see if it's something that you want to invest bigger bucks in. But they also have workstations and sewing machines and just a community to share idea. Am I pimping too hard? I just got this.
every time you hit the table, I have to take that out.
I'm sorry. Sorry. Anyways, just COSPACE on Facebook. It's a great entry point for getting new skills and having tools maybe that we don't have at home, and so it's great.
Yeah,
Pimping
definitely have to
Uber.
check that out.
Yeah.
So, excellent. The last thing I'm going to kind of ask you here, and if anybody else has any questions that have popped up, they're welcome to ask them. What are you looking forward to making in the future?
My next project build, which I'm really looking forward to, and this has been something that I've been trying to figure out how to do for the past year, is a full-size BB-8.
Nice.
So I've got to figure out how to sculpt the head, sculpt the body.
If you do that, I will find you and I will devour you to absorb your power. BB's kind of my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good on you.
Do you have the little BB-8?
I own many BB-8s. I own the remote control one. I bought an orange truck this year. Things are getting a little out of control.
Hold on. Did you know you can watch the movie?
I have. I've done it. Yes.
And he reacts to
Yes.
stuff? Oh, that's...
Aaron
Both sober and
has-
drunk, I've done this, and equally hilarious either way.
Aaron has taken his BB-8 off-roading.
Yeah,
and
I've taken
has
her
taken
off-roading.
pictures.
Her?
We should...
Yeah. I
Sir.
think she's a she. What do you think, expert?
I think it's a
Brady
droid.
should know. Well, I know, but there should be like an aura. Maybe I'm reading into droids too much.
way reading into it.
She's my girlfriend. Stop it.
She won't love you.
Just for the record, Aaron's girlfriend's a giant ball that rolls around.
Yeah. She loves me. She cares for me. She doesn't judge me like you people.
She'll watch my favorite movie, The Force Awakens, and react to it.
Yeah, we hang out, okay? It's not like I don't have friends.
It's the only movie she reacts to.
Oh, man. We got to do Aaron and the real ball. I don't think he gets the
You
reference.
didn't get the reference.
What's a what?
There's a movie called Lars and the Real Girl,
Girl.
and it's all about a guy named Lars who's in love with
mannequin.
well, not just a mannequin, a sex doll.
I feel like I may have
But
seen
a
that.
very classy sex doll.
Hey,
and
yeah.
very expensive. Like
Qualified,
top of
jeez.
the line, okay? I just, don't cheapen it.
No, seriously.
Thank you for the defense.
Sex doll's a sex doll by any name, Aaron.
Okay, well, this is a board game show. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Brady, for being on the show. Anybody else have any last questions for Brady?
You know, I think it's good that we left it on an air of,
Yeah.
huh. And I feel we've done that today.
All right.
Well, thank you so much for having on the show. Be sure to check out Brady's Prop Shop. That's bradysPropShop.simpl.com. We'll put a link on the website for anybody who's interested in that. And then if you have any pictures you'd like to send us, we'd be glad to put those up for you, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
please.
Also, it should be mentioned he's wearing a Tony Stark Industries shirt.
And
with
not
the,
only that,
glowing-
it's actually glowing.
Yeah, it's glowing. It's pretty badass.
Don't you have a glowing one, Aaron?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. Did you make it?
Yeah, I think him and I are going to be best friends. He's going to teach me how to make helmets, and we're going to go and play with BB-8, and we're going to wear our Stark shirts together, and we're going to go watch Star Wars, and anyways.
Excellent. Well, James, let's move on to our game reviews that we do every week.
Yeah.
Why don't we start with yours?
Yeah, mine is Android's Netrunner. It is a amazing card game for Fantasy Flight Gaming. Here's the great thing I love about Fantasy Flight games is you remember how in Magic they'd have the blister packs or booster packs, and you'd have to buy 100 of them just to find the one card you want?
No, because I just bought the one card I wanted.
Okay, well, anyway, let me go from there. It's what's called a living card game, and they do living card games are where all the expansions come out, and you can just buy one pack, and that one pack has every card in the expansion. You don't have to buy more than one unless you really want to try something different with your deck. The way it works is one person plays a hacker, one person plays a corporation, and it's the future, and it is an insane game because you're a hacker trying to hack into the corporation's business and try to steal their agendas and money and do as much damage as you can to this corporation. What I love about it is, as a hacker, like, it may not seem like it, but after a while you realize you are at a disadvantage. The corporation has so much more money and resources, and you are just trying to work and claw your way out of a hole to defeat the corporation. I don't know. I think, this game comes from a board game called Android, and Android as a board game, it's very what's the word? Blade Runner. Blade Runner is one of the things I can think of when I think of Android. It's insanely futuristic, dystopian. I don't know what else to add.
Yeah, it's a very interesting game, and along the lines of, I wouldn't really necessarily tie it into Blade Runner.
It's of that same ilk, but it's not Blade Runner.
Yeah, but along those lines, so you've got the corporations, you've got the hackers. When we're talking the mechanics of the game, it's a bluffing card game based in the science fiction realm. There's an action point allowance system, hand management, secret unit deployment, and variable player powers. So depending on which hacker and which corporation you're playing, you're going to have varying powers. The corporations are protecting their information, so they put up various firewalls, or ICE as they call it in the game.
Yeah, ICE.
That'll stop the hacker as they move through. And the hacker has to run on those. So the hacker has a rig which will set up various pieces of hacking equipment that they can then use to make a run on the corporation's ICE, hopefully getting into their headquarters and being able to release valuable information that they can then use. I'm guessing the game's kind of focusing around blackmail. I never really got the actual story of it. But it's really fun, and yeah, I played as the corporation a couple times, and I just destroyed James. And then I played as the hacker, and he absolutely destroyed me. So it's definitely you're definitely at a disadvantage as one of the characters. It's not broken. It is balanced. You just have to know how to play it. So as a hacker, you're probably going to want to run early and run a lot and just keep the corporation from building up ice. And then as a corporation, you're definitely going to need to build up ice.
Just keep building ice.
Yeah.
Keep building those firewalls up. And it's, you have to build so much as a hacker just to be able to keep up the pace against the corporations. I don't know. Personally, I love the game design. I love how it works. It is a game that it's one of those card games where you actually have to think about how you're going to attempt to beat each other before you play it. Like with Magic, you can just, I think, because in Magic the Gathering, you can, you have what's in your hand, and you can try to run something, but as long as,
Sorry.
But as long as you have moving pieces, you're putting down mana, you're trying to attempt to do something. Whereas in Netrunner, you really have to have a prepared mindset of what you're going to try to attempt to run on.
And I didn't actually find that in Netrunner. I found it's less. The more you prepare, the more you put yourself at the disadvantage. Because,
well, I think it also depends on who you're playing as.
Fair enough.
If you're playing as a corporation, you're just like, all right, eyes, I'm protected. I'm not going to worry about it. But as the runner, you really have to think 3 steps ahead before you play.
But even as the runner, I was thinking, I just need to run, and I need to run now, because if I try to plan anything else and build this rig, you're going to build your firewall and your ice up, and I'm just screwed where I am. But that's my opinion on the game. It's a highly rated game on Board Game Geek. It's fun to play. It's definitely cool artwork. The artwork on the game is really
beautiful.
awesome.
Yeah.
But overall, it's a good game. It's just not my style of game.
No.
I've
always loved games like this. It's a lot of fun. I like the idea of hacking into servers against each other. I think that's a really cool idea for a game.
Cool.
The predecessor, Android the board game, was all about, it was a mystery game where everybody was a detective and you'd have to figure out who killed someone else. That one, if you look at the artwork and the storyline there, that one's very Blade Runner, whereas Netrunner's not. It's more like, I don't know. I can't really think of anything in pop culture that I could reference back to for Netrunner.
Hackers.
Yeah, but
with Angelina
Hackers
Jolie
was so lame,
and
though.
that kid that's related to Gary. Wait,
he only got one actor on that one. You did much better with Waterworld. That's all.
Well, because Waterworld's my favorite movie. Man, I could only think of Angelina Jolie and that guy who's like Gary Busey's
Haley Joel Osment was in it.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't.
I had you.
Angelina Jolie.
I don't think he was even born.
It was Angelina Jolie, and for a short time, her husband.
No.
Yes.
That was her husband?
Yes. The main kid, Zero Cool. They married shortly after that movie, and then they divorced.
Name.
Yeah, it was Zero Cool, and then he had to change it to Crash Override.
Oh yeah. And everybody's like, "Oh, you're Zero Cool."
And the one guy was like, "I thought you were black, man."
What a terrible movie.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Excellent, and that is Netrunner.
Should we rate it since we forgot to rate it the last episode?
Well, I give it 6 out of 10 Thunderdice.
Oh, you are so horrible. 8
I am
out of
so
10.
bad.
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
I love this game.
Okay.
And Justin, what was your find this week?
So I hit the thrift store hard and fast, and I found Stick, the IRS, a 1981 game.
Sadly, the company that made this game quietly and suspiciously went out of business 2 years after making this game.
For tax evasion.
Bing.
So it's an economic / humor game, and it's absolutely terrible. I know I've liked the last couple games. I've
Terrible
played...
good or terrible just terrible?
No, just terrible.
Just plain
Okay.
terrible.
All right.
Just terrible. And it's not that I'm a fan of paying my taxes or anything like that, but it's like Monopoly with more steps. So it's like Monopoly if you have to amortize. Aaron, help me with that word.
Amortize.
Amortize and write off your mortgage and then put it in a tax. It's a terrible game.
Do your taxes the game.
It's basically like Monopoly, but you have to do the taxes on everything that happens. It's so bad.
Thank you.
It's based on a roll spin and move dynamic. They try to tie it as an economically humorous game. But it's just bad, and I have to read the description of the game because it's that bad. Stick the IRS. Sticking the IRS does not require pins or needles or knowledge of the Internal Revenue Code.
No.
It
Already
requires...
bored.
Right.
No, I'm into it.
Okay. It requires taxpayers who are willing to take a chance with a tax shelter,
Air
in
quotes.
Why is it in quotes? Is it like a hypothetical tax shelter? Because that is a thing.
I would think a tax shelter isn't like a tent you build in the woods and
well,
put
it's
your
not a literal
taxes
thing, but
in
it is a thing. It's an actual thing.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's do a metaphorical tax shelter.
Yep. That may give financial security or may backfire. After 4 tours around the board, the tax player who has the most after-tax cash wins the game and has been able to successfully stick the IRS.
Ooh, good one.
That was
enjoyable.
wonderful.
I have 2 questions.
Sure.
You can have one question and we'll tax you for the second.
Oh.
Unless you
That's
can
fair.
stick it to
The
the IRS.
The after tax, so they didn't want to say net. I just
Yeah,
think
there's
it's interesting. They're like, you need to know the term tax shelter, but you don't need to know net.
Well, let's see. You got net, you got gross, you got capital gains tax.
Yeah.
We're not going to bother with all those kinds of terms. Hey, it's your
I
after
guess
tax.
yeah, that's...
Yeah. And here's the thing. So, like I said, Monopoly, but with extra steps. So I should have brought one in. I forgot to bring one in. But there's actual paper the game comes with, and it's a ledger
You have a ledger.
with 10 spaces in each ledger.
Oh.
So not only do you have to do like your asset equity and capital like balancing, it's a terrible freaking game.
But is it like a niche product? Like, I think accountants would lose their shit over this.
Is this like the Cones of Dunshire?
No, Cones of Dunshire is a good game. You should look at the manual. It's crazy. They actually made that a game.
Yes, I do know they made that an actual game.
So, no, it's nothing like the Cones of Dunshire, but I'm sure this game was some board game designer was sitting there and going, you know what would make a great game?
No, you got it a little wrong. An accountant was sitting somewhere thinking, I could make a game.
Well,
See,
kind of,
taxes
because
are fun.
me and James actually met an accountant who made a stock market game that's pretty darn sweet.
Oh, yeah, but it was so heavy.
That's my style of game.
Like,
It is mine.
philosophically.
No, like after playing this game for like 2 hours, it actually begins to mirror the stock market over a month. It's
Oh, no.
crazy. But no, this is a game that somebody came up with, and they're like, "Oh, I wonder who we could sell this to." Well, tax accountants are pretty popular in 81. Let's sell it to tax accountants. And they made this game, and people tried to play it, and nobody liked it, and it's
Wait,
terrible.
did it come out the same time as the original Wolf of Wall Street? Maybe it was trying to tag on.
What
What do you think, Michael Douglas, the original?
You mean Wall Street?
Wall Street. Just Wall Street. You
I
had
wasn't
one-
around. I don't know. I'm just thinking that's
Did
about
that
the
come
same
out in
time.
1981?
I'm looking
It was
at
the 80s, I would think.
With Gordon Gekko?
Wall Street.
Yeah, Gordon Gekko.
That was such a great movie.
They were just taggers on to the hip, hey, I'm going to, sidestep governmental rule.
87.
87.
Oh.
Okay, so it
All
came
right.
out well before
Maybe
then.
they just started marketing really early.
Well, maybe
Yeah.
this game inspired
Well,
the movie.
look,
Maybe
let's
that's
just,
what
let's see what it says. It says the players move around a colorful board, landing on opportunities to earn income, spend money on non-deductible expenses. Oh, hold on. We're not done with the sexy talk
really
yet.
bad.
And to purchase a variety of tax shelters. In addition, the players have a chance to receive an annual report that
say it
determines.
again.
Oh God, hold on. The players have a chance to receive annual reports.
Oh, my.
Is
that determine whether the
once a
tax
year?
shelter investment made them rich, or as in most quote real life shelters, turn out to be a bust.
Without getting political here, it doesn't sound like any real life tax shelters are actually a bust for anybody using them.
No.
No, they work pretty well.
Yeah.
Finally, an exposure to the horrors and humor of adult lurks with every roll
Audit.
of the dice.
The word
Can we
is
just
audit.
revisit how scary that sentence
No.
is?
And I know I read adult because
Exposure to the horrors
and humor of
audit
adults.
lurks
Audit,
in every
sorry.
roll of the dice.
If you've ever been audited, it's frightening.
Drilling for oil in Hawaii, drilling for oil in Hawaii? Okay,
These are bad
sorry.
people.
Establishing a baseball team in Alaska.
Wouldn't it be the
No
other
one
way
will
around?
play
I
a
was gonna
baseball
say
team
that.
in Alaska.
Isn't there oil in Alaska and people want baseball in
And
Hawaii?
nice weather where you could play baseball
Yeah,
in
I
Hawaii.
would think the
They got it. Well,
Yeah.
they're accountants building this game. Remember, they don't know. They've never seen a baseball
Reviving
game in
an
their life.
old motion picture and building
Isn't
ski
that what they do today?
condominiums. Yes, in Texas. Ski condominiums in Texas.
Oh, I get
Oh,
it.
it's
I
because
get it.
they're
These are all
tax
bad.
shelters.
Yes,
These are
yes,
bad
yes,
investments.
Yes, yeah,
Oh, they're like
bad.
shell companies.
Are just a few of the
Man,
fun
that
and
took a
exciting
long
tax
time for
shelters
me.
opportunities that the players offered in Stick the IRS. Although humorous and in good taste, the game also offers a certain educational benefits in highlighting the good and the bad in the use of shelters due to reduce taxes. The player who manages the best to use his income, his CPA, and his shelters, and therefore who manages to pay the least tax, is the winner, having successfully been able to stick the IRS.
Is there like a bunch of 8-year-old kids on the cover just like totally enjoying this game? all
No,
excited?
no,
They're
no,
like,
no.
it's
It's
the
W9s.
80s.
The cover is just plastered with W9s and 1099s.
No.
It was
oh
the
no,
craziest
they didn't even
thing.
try.
It was the 80s. All you did in the 80s was you did a lot of coke and then you voted for Ronald Reagan. Okay, that's the 80s.
Wait, wasn't that the 70s?
No, that would have been Carter.
I'm confused.
I need a
Reagan
chart.
was president when I was born.
Reagan was in the 80s.
I think he was president when I was born. Were we born at the same time, Justin?
Oh my
I
God.
don't know. I'm afraid to say my birthday over the air.
How about your year and not your day?
1980 thrice.
Yes, Ronald Reagan was president.
Yeah, I know.
And me too. Oh, do we high five? I don't know. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know why that was. Never mind.
No.
Anyway, that was Stick the IRS, an absolutely terrible game. I give it 0 out of 10 Thunderdice.
I have to give it the same because I've never played it. So, and it sounds. I mean, I don't know. It sounds sexy. Like
I saw it. I picked it up. I actually like the box work. I like the concept of the game was kind of funny. It's definitely something I'm glad I added to my collection. So if you do see it in a thrift store and it's in good condition with all the pieces, add it to your collection because nobody else is collecting it. Give it a home.
Wait, what'd you pay for it?
$2.
Good find.
Yeah. I was a smart consumer, and I knew I could write that $2 off because it's for the show.
Stick it to the
Yes.
IRS.
I love you, IRS. I pay my taxes every year, I swear.
yeah, right. Next, let's talk about Kickstarter real quick.
Yes, the dice company you found.
It's called Polyhero Dice.
Polyhero
there's only
Dice.
6 days left in their
Kickstarter
campaign.
As we record this,
As we record this, but they're gonna keep selling this dice after the campaign, so that's why I thought it'd be fun just to mention it anyway. These dice are really amazing.
They are freaking
We'll
awesome.
post pictures, but it's called a wizard set, and each dice is shaped after something like a bottle of
An
potion.
apothecary bottle or a wand.
There's a D4 that's a magic missile
It's
bolt.
friggin' sweet. I mean, these look like tools you'd have in your wizard bag. Like,
Yeah,
you'd be
they're-
just walking down the road and be like, aha, an
Here's a
enemy of
magic
some
missile.
sort. Let me roll this and see what happens.
Justin has a wizard bag.
I do have a wizard bag.
Why don't you have a wizard bag, Aaron?
I don't know.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, seriously, man.
I have a muggle.
It's called a bag of holding, you jerk.
Yeah, it's called a bag of holding. It holds my sales kit, my computer, and my tape measure.
And this is done by Polyhero Dice. Like I said, look them up online, Polyhero Dice, and you can find where they're going to be selling it after the Kickstarter campaign ends. Really nice people. They have a lot of different colors. Really nice dice set. Like stuff that I haven't even thought of. One of them's I think it's a D12 and it's a scepter, and
Nice.
the numbers are on the side. So when you
wow.
roll it, it'll land flat like on the ground, but it'll still display a number of some kind.
So if you're a big fan of RPGs and you play games that are dice heavy, especially fantasy games, check these guys out. Great product. I looked at it. I'm definitely going to be backing it shortly.
As am I. Especially if you're playing like a wizard in D&D, this
Yeah.
is like some of the coolest dice ever.
Yeah.
Except I don't know why a wizard in D&D would ever need a D12, but
Yeah. Well, but check them out anyway. James, what's the name again?
Oh, Polyhero Dice. This is the wizard set.
Excellent. Well, I just want to say thank you again to Brady for being on the first segment of the show. Next up on the Thunderdice Empire, we pick up where the
We're the Rocketeers.
where the Rocketeers left off.
Samson, you be quiet. Oh.
And we're going to continue that story of intrigue and conspiracy, and we're going to have Mel on the show to join us in that.
She's an astronaut.
In training.
Astronaut in training.
I don't know why you guys got to slap that on the back of that. She's an astronaut.
She hasn't got her wings yet. We'll discuss it when she's on.
Do astronauts get wings?
Yes,
This
they
is
get
gonna get
astronaut wings.
controversial.
Demolition Games, 85 West, 3300 South. The facilities are clean.
Game store, by gamers, for gamers. This is Thunderdice Empire. We'll be back in just a moment with
We'll
our
be right
Thunderdice
back.
Sacrifice.
From time to time, it becomes necessary to initiate the uninitiated. It's time for the Thunderdice Sacrifice.
And welcome back to Thunderdice Empire. We are getting ready to go on the Thunderdice Sacrifice today. We have Mel here. Welcome, Mel.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're happy to have you on. So, James was telling me you are an astronaut in training.
So that's a bit of a funny one. It's not quite yet. I really wish I was an astronaut in training and that I'd been selected yet. But I am a 22-year-old college student at the U of U. I'm studying mechanical engineering and astronaut hopeful.
Hey, that's training. You're training to be an astronaut.
I think it's like step
Dude,
7
it's like a
of 10,
20-year
right?
training if you
Training
count that.
for astronaut.
If
Training
you
for
were
astronaut?
It's like
So let's see.
it's like training for astronaut training. That's what I'm
yeah.
going
When
for
did you-
right
Okay,
now.
I get you.
How old were you when you said that's what I want to do?
I must have been like 4.
So you've been training since you were 4.
This is my life's dream, man.
Well, I wanted to be an astronaut when I was like 4 and through 16, and then the math just didn't work out
Oh
for me.
God.
Math is hard, guys.
It is so hard. But I mean, I know the Mercury 7, the new 9, the scientists. I mean, I can go through all of them. So what group do you think you'll be part of? What's the name of the group you're going to be a part of?
I have no idea what they're actually going to name these missions yet, but I'm hopefully going to be selected as an astronaut for Martian missions, for manned Martian missions.
Phenomenal.
And you could say you heard it here first on Thunderdice Empire.
Yeah. Also, Justin's mom's an astronaut.
No, she's not. She's an artist.
Burn.
She's a paint. Did you
Wasn't
never see?
wasn't that an insult in like primary school? Your
mom's an astronaut.
Right? I mean, am I
Yeah.
way off here?
Why is it? I don't understand.
I thought the insult
Well, they
was
didn't
like.
have to.
They didn't have to make
sense.
sense.
It's like your mom wears combat.
Your mom
boots.
goes to college.
Oh no!
your mom goes to
no,
college.
no, no! Your mom wears combat boots comes from something.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of
Oh.
like the rule of thumb.
What?
I don't know
Rule
the
of-
rule of thumb.
Rule of thumb was it used to be legal to beat a woman with a stick that was no thicker than
Oh,
your thumb.
right.
We're not getting into this.
Oh, I mean,
This is phenomenal.
I feel
That's
like
where
we're
rule of
giving you
thumb
the
comes
thumbs
from.
up.
I think
for
we're
some
making our
reason.
guests very uncomfortable.
Oh, sorry.
You guys are making me sad, man.
Okay, well, welcome back to the Thunderdice Sacrifice. We're going to catch you up on where we were before. So our brave musketeers have recently been foiled in their attempts to capture Febre, who has escaped to the planet Argyle, one of the major Bine principalities in the Britannica Solaria.
And is it true that me and Samson are still captured together?
No, you are not captured. Jusek has left with his men. You are in the starport. James.
Huzzah!
No, you guys
Lois
have
is
failed.
daft.
Eileen, Valentin didn't break through the glass ceiling.
Slimson?
I tried.
Slimson already.
And it begins.
So you are currently in the starport arguing about
Whose
things.
fault?
Whose fault that was.
Well, I know whose fault it was. Valentin.
New guy.
No! Who couldn't break through the glass ceiling?
I really tried. It's so hard.
Porthos, I'm invoking your aspect of storm and fury. You're that
Ooh,
mad.
that's
You're gonna get
Bad
into
for
a fight.
me.
All right. Someone's going down. over
Put up your
this.
dukes, sir.
Oh, really, Slimson?
I can hold my own.
Fine.
Wait.
I-
my honor was insulted.
I'm invoking all
I'm
your
also
all
going
your
to
trouble
fight.
aspects.
It's going to be a 3-way.
So you are all squaring up to get into fights with the.
Wow.
I just got
That was
it.
a way homer.
Okay, so you are all in the starport squaring up to fight against each other.
I throw a swing at Slimson.
When Athos walks in.
Oh, hi, Athos.
What is all of this?
Well,
It's
Settle
not
down here.
what
We're
you
just,
think.
You two be
It's-
quiet.
So,
Them.
Okay.
This Valentin did not break through the glass ceiling like he was supposed to.
as usual.
Shrimpson?
You guys are jerks 70% of the time.
Shrimpson, you be quiet.
Athos, I take full responsibility for this. I believe that is the honorable thing to do.
I respect that.
I knew you would.
Don't respect him. He will never learn what it means to be a Rocketeer.
Don't tell her not to respect.
I swing at Slimson.
Oh!
He swings at you. Defend yourself.
-2. I'm that angry. I failed my dice roll.
-3.
Well, I'm pretty bad at avoiding blows, apparently.
Remember a really good hand-to-hand combat fighter, humble brag, and I just wanted to break up the fight, so I want to catch them in a chokehold.
Okay.
Ooh, -2.
No,
Oh,
that was
wait,
nice.
No,
Neutral.
Perfect neutral.
Aye.
All of this needs to stop. All of
Yes,
you
sir.
need to stop.
Yes, all
was-
of you
I
need to
was
stop.
trying.
Every last one of you.
Every last one of you needs to stop.
Including you.
Athos, your communicator wrist crackles to life.
Communicator wrist?
Oh,
Yeah,
what
It's
do I
like built
see?
into her wrist somehow?
It's
Like a
Major
robo
de
arm?
Trevel.
Robocop.
Maybe-
Athos, have you found them?
I have.
Great. Report back to my office immediately with the 4 of you.
She's excited.
She's so excited. She's mad.
You guys have gotten me in trouble as well.
Well,
Children.
Very, very
That's
sorry.
not
Very, very,
my
very
fault.
sorry.
Children.
Very, very sorry.
Let's go to the major's office.
Yes, let's get this over with. Can I come in the room this time?
No.
Oh, yes.
I think you have to.
You
have
have
to
to come
this
into
time,
the room this time.
Shrimpson.
Oh, I feel like I belong.
Oh, you don't belong. The 4 of you are in deep shit.
Is that a wrist talking to me?
No, you're in the office now.
Oh, sorry.
How could you let Febre get away like that? You are Rocketeers. Well, except for you. But at
almost.
this rate,
Keep
you'll never
your
be a
mouth shut.
Rocketeer.
Sorry. Can
They
I?
knew we were coming.
How did they know you were coming?
I don't know. They were waiting for us.
They were waiting for us. I mean, if we weren't racing to get there, we might have been able to plan a little better, but
What he's saying is we raced as fast as we could to beat them there, but they were already there, so we got ambushed.
Well, how did they find out about you? What did you find out?
well, we found out a lot of information. We went to the apartment they were doing a lot of dealings out of.
I have a $200 expense report.
Submit it to requisitions.
Simpson?
Thank you.
You are to wait outside.
Okay.
No, he stays in.
No, I stay in.
He
Do-
stays
do
I
in.
not
refuse
if-
your authority.
Do non-employees get to expense things?
No,
He's not even a Rocketeer.
I'm. Oh boy, that's a tough one. I'll go
yeah,
talk
you're
to HR.
gonna have to talk to your adjuster about
union
that.
rep. Yeah.
Look, you could stick it to the IRS later.
You'll find the tax shelter for a baseball team in Alaska.
And the callbacks are painful.
What's Alaska? Anyway.
Mark,
Mark.
Okay. Look, I don't care whose fault it was. You were Rocketeers. Okay? You've got honor and justice and all those fun things to uphold that we stand so strongly by.
Honor,
need-
justice, and all those fun things.
Samson.
Samson. Seriously, you want to be a Rocketeer, don't you?
Yes. Sorry,
Okay.
I'll go to HR now.
Look, you need to find out where Febre was going. We caught his ship on the transport radar. It's going to Argyle, okay? Athos, you have a ship, don't
Radar
you?
built specifically
do.
for
Wait.
transports?
We need to find out where he's going?
And
But
what he's doing.
Oh, okay. I thought you said where he's going. I'm like,
No,
he's
we
going
found
to
out where he's
Argyle.
going.
Okay.
Yeah. So, take Athos'
Check.
ship. Head to Argyle and find out exactly what's going on. You may want to start with the Duke's Palace, but be careful. If they knew you were coming to the starport, they'll know you're coming after Febre.
Should we go in disguise? No, too complicated.
Do whatever you want.
Not too complicated. I do like disguises.
How about we have, because I think this will be a great plan, if Simpson doesn't mess it up.
I'm actually a master of disguise
Especially as a woman.
as a woman.
So, here's what I suggest.
He was very convincing at my cousin's wedding.
Yes. I got asked out on many dates.
I suggest the three of us, Valentin, Athos, and I, will case the area, while Samson goes as, because he's the only one who's not a Rocketeer, he probably won't be spotted as a Rocketeer. If he goes to the palace, or to the Duke's house. Was it the Duke's house?
The Duke's palace, correct.
The Duke's palace. So we will,
I know just the dress, sir.
So then
will
I
perform.
suggest we do that. We cover him from afar and spy on what's going on. We give him some, microphone. We'll bug him.
Well, we have communicators that are on consistently.
This is almost exactly the plot of Mean Girls. And that worked really well. So I'm behind it.
I am as well.
It was a complete success.
That was a movie I know about.
Classic. In my book, it goes into the annals of Earth history.
I don't want to hear about what goes into the annals of Earth history ever again. Your geography is unheard of.
Athos, are you okay with this plan?
This plan sounds dumb.
Ooh.
I think we should use
Excuse me,
this.
Athos.
I think we should use this as a plan B, a diversion, a loud, bright diversion, possibly in space if we can manage it.
Oh, I think that's just
that
rather
sounds
dumb
more
too.
exciting. So
I think a Rocketeer
I'm
in a dress in
inclined towards
space
that.
would be quite the diversion.
You're not wearing a dress.
Oh. Fine.
Fine,
We
we'll
have
do it.
honor to uphold, and dresses do not say honor, do they?
Well, they can.
Depends
You
on
just
how
have
you
to-
wear them.
It's called applique. You can make them say whatever you want.
Not when Samson wears them.
Yes, boss. A distraction. Perhaps an explosion in space. We
A
could
space explosion,
we could-
if
a
you
space
will.
explosion.
That sounds risky and dangerous. I
Yeah,
love
that
it.
sounds dumb, Athos.
Wait, no, I'm on board.
Fine, we'll do the space explosion.
There we go.
Okay. So you get into Athos' ship. It is a lightly armored, unmarked courier ship, and it is designed for speed. You speed towards the planet Argyle. You're coming close to entering orbit around the planet.
They must wear a lot of vests there.
They do.
Fun socks.
I mean, it's nice, but I think it's a bit busy.
Okay, you're entering orbit around the
It's a busy
planet.
Wow.
It's your ship. You're flying it.
Okay. Have you come up with an explosion for us? Have you rallied
Oh.
our weapons?
Well,
Do I
yes.
have grenades?
You can. You do.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah, the
I
ship-
never leave home without them.
I say we jettison a piece of trash with a bomb on it.
Sounds very Star Trek.
Simpson?
Excuse me.
I like
am
this
not
plan.
a piece of trash.
No,
Look, let's not mince words here, Simpson.
We're just joshing around, couple of guys.
Wink, wink.
You know,
Poppycock.
you know how guys do.
Me and us guys. So, yeah, I suggest we jettison some garbage with
Not Simpson.
not Samson.
Thank you.
But is it Samson?
I'm starting to forget myself at this point. No, it's Ray E. Sampson, sir.
We're giving Samson identity issues. Let's jettison the trash now.
Thank you.
Okay.
As if the dress wasn't enough.
You jettison the trash. Go ahead and roll to see if you're successful. So that is a neutral to my -2. So you are successful in creating a diversion. The trash explodes in space. It is picked up on all the local radars. They're sending ships up as we speak to investigate.
We need to land
Athos,
quickly.
yes. Never mind. Land quickly.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to see if you stealthily land.
I was going to ask, do we have cloak on this ship?
You do not.
That's a
Okay,
good
who
roll.
crash landed the ship?
No, that's
No. You
Oh.
you did crash land the ship, but you didn't really land it stealthily. It was noticed coming down, but they were still. It's a transport ship, so it's not. They think it's just bringing cargo and stuff in. You land at a starport rather than out in the middle of the desert. You are approaching the town. You've unloaded from the ship. And you're kind of getting an idea of where the Duke's palace is. You need to find out exactly where it is and maybe some nice ways to get in.
I've actually been. My aristocratic background has visited this palace once before.
Oh, so you
So
know
I
where
shall
it
show
is.
you the way, shall we?
Okay.
Yes, lead the way, Samson.
Okay. Walk like this. I can't do that on screen.
Give me a fate token because you invoked the aspect to make that happen.
And there you have it. Yes, I have an aristocratic background.
Excellent. You come upon the Duke's palace. It looks like there is quite a bit of activity.
Hey, look, it's
occurring
the
there.
Duke's palace. There's quite a bit of activity.
What kind of activity?
People moving in and out, carrying bundles of flowers.
Oh, is there
cakes.
some form of party going on?
There is a form of party possibly going on.
Ooh, this is our opportunity. We can slip in after we knock out a couple of the waiters and take their uniforms.
You don't understand. I am Porthos, the life of the party. I must go to this party.
What if you could be the
partying's
DJ?
the best option at the moment?
Partying is the best option to gather as much information as you can.
I'm invoking the life of the party aspect.
Oh
so
boy.
he has to drink.
Can I wear a dress?
No.
No.
I mean, if you really want to.
I don't get to have any fun.
I'm invoking your noble blood aspect. So you are recognized. Athos! What are you doing here, you old dog?
I'm merely visiting for vacation.
Vacation, huh? Oh, they're this dump?
You see, I quite enjoy the scenery here.
All right. Who are these folks with you?
These are my friends. This is my friend.
Hey, I am Porthos. You know Athos, but you don't know Porthos?
I don't know Porthos. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Porthos. Why don't you have a drink with me? Come, let's have a drink.
Yes, I shall have many drinks.
What are we, chopped liver?
Actually, I believe I shall join you. Do you know Rick, the captain of the East Peninsula on this particular planet?
I don't. Porthos,
Well, that was a
what do you drink?
slamming the door.
Let's take some bourbon.
Guess I'll just be
Space bourbon.
ransacking the rooms upstairs while everyone's partying downstairs.
Okay,
Space
Porthos
bourbon.
has been taken to the bar by a gentleman. Athos has followed. Valentin, what do you do?
I'm going to go ransack the rooms upstairs while everyone's at the party. Do some searching, some
Okay.
soul searching, and some physical searching.
Some soul searching.
Good friend, do you need accompaniment
I'm
to
a little
ransack?
hurt that everyone else was like wanted at the party and not me.
We're famous, you're not.
I know, dirt farming family.
That's okay, because you blend in beautifully with the servants.
Are you
Nobody
sure you're not
really
a
notices you.
Skywalker?
I have a real blue collar feel.
So what are you looking for?
I'm looking for clues about why the Duke would be involved with the stuff that we're supposed to be investigating.
It's an apt description.
Okay,
Very apt.
go ahead and roll against +3.
Against +3? Oh! -1.
Impressive.
Would you like to invoke
No,
an...
but look how close I was.
That's not a -1. I think
no,
that's
this
a
is
2.
a negative, right?
That's
but
2.
But against +3.
Yeah, but would you like to invoke an aspect and get the extra point?
Oh, yeah. That seems like a good thing to do.
What aspect do you invoke?
How about my
Sneaky ransacky aspect. I think that's a thing.
An adventure? Is there an adventure aspect?
There is creates adventure. That's actually a trouble, but trouble is an aspect.
That could work. Yeah, you could use that as an aspect.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, my uncanny instinct when I'm fencing. Maybe I'm just instinctive everywhere.
Instinct.
no, only when fencing.
Oh, damn it.
I would say adventuring is the best aspect. to
Okay,
use at this
we'll
point.
go with the adventure.
So,
Yeah.
as you're digging around in the office, you see the door next door is cracked slightly open. You creep over to it, and you hear the Duke of Argyle. He is discussing plans with Febre. So, when are we going to kill her? And you find that quickly they're talking about Queen Marie Helene during her welcome speech when the Star Pope Regulus IV arrives in 15 days.
Sorry, I'm just making a note.
That's okay. Make the notes. I need to turn my mic up here. Okay.
We're
Samson.
not wearing cans, so
Oh, that's okay.
you could just talk louder.
Samson,
I got you.
Yes.
What are you
yes,
doing?
Oh, sorry, I broke character there for a brief moment.
what are you doing?
I'm the one who got left all behind, aren't I?
Well, you did try to force yourself on.
Thank you for pointing
This
that
is
out.
me upstairs somehow commenting this to you.
You know, I know, right? So I go to the same bar that Athos and Porthos are at. I don't bother them. They're having a lively conversation with the local. So I belly up and get a lovely near beer served, and try to listen in on other conversations near me.
Okay. Would you like to roll to see if you hear anything?
Sure.
So that's going to be against a +5.
Not even close.
You hear nothing
Ouch.
of use. Okay, Athos and Porthos, you have buddied up to the bar with a gentleman who claims to know Athos. What are you doing?
So, sir, how do you know Athos here?
Oh, I knew Athos from a while ago. We used to be good old friends at the academy.
It's been a while. It's been a very long time, hasn't it?
It has. So are you still with the Rocketeers?
No, I've actually gone away from that for a little bit.
You moving away from the Rocketeers, huh? Okay, all right. Yeah, I mean, I guess it was they were a tight group. I never really saw you in with them. So what brings you out here though?
Like I said, I'm just vacationing. The
Okay.
infrastructure may be soppy, but the views and the landscape are unbeatable.
Okay. You happy with your drink there, buddy?
She's good.
You know, this is one of the best drinks.
Okay.
I really enjoy it.
Started to slur his speech a little already.
Okay.
I'm very lightweight.
Valentin,
Shall
you
we
have
go
some-
for a walk?
Yes, walking's good.
So are you two leaving the bar and the gentleman?
Out of character, I'm pretending to be drunk right here. I want to roll to see if I can hear any kind of conversation going on around the bar.
Okay, roll it +5. Or you can invoke an aspect too if you want.
I don't really have an aspect. Wealthy merchants, kind of. I mean, I have to listen to a lot of. I mean, Life of the Party would be the other one, because Life of the Party, you got to listen to what a lot of people are saying. Rocketeer writ large. Okay, Rocketeer writ large.
At +3.
So, what is that?
That is a 4.
4.
So you do hear nothing technically of use, but you do hear that Star Pope Regulus the 4th arrives in 15 days.
Okay, good.
I quietly get up and follow them as they leave by a safe 10 feet or so,
Okay.
just to keep an eye on things.
Valentin, what are you up to?
Well, I think I've heard enough. Or should I stay?
Or should I go?
I'm gonna stay a little while longer. You know me. I like to take risks.
Okay.
So I'm gonna listen for some more.
She's really rolling the dice now.
+2.
Nice. 2.
You listen more, but you slip. And you fall into the door, creaking it open a little bit. They don't see you, but they notice the door has opened. And they start walking towards it.
GTFO.
I roll away like a cat and hide.
Can you show us that one more time?
The people can't see. It's
We
it's a
can.
podcast.
Yeah, go ahead and roll on that.
Oh, it's not good. -2.
Well,
Oh.
Oh. I rolled
no.
away like something else.
The door opens, and Krieg Sprints Bertrand sees you.
spelling?
Goes,
Awkward.
who are you? What are you doing here?
I am just lost. I'm with the help. I'm looking for the bathroom to unclog a toilet.
The help don't wear weapons.
Well, you haven't seen this clog.
Phenomenal.
He draws his sword and starts walking towards you.
I say you don't want to do that, but in a very charming way.
He swings at you.
Oh, he does want to do it. Okay.
Roll for defense.
+2.
2.
Oh,
Oh,
you.
no, wait,
No,
sorry.
yes. Oh, no, wait, that is...
Nothing.
That's
nothing?
neutral.
That's
Neutral.
still good.
Oh, yes.
Excellent.
You managed to evade, but you were still in the room, and now Febre has come into the room, and he recognizes you.
Fabre.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna make kind of a smart-ass remark. Let's be honest. Something witty about his hairline.
What?
I say something witty about his
witty
hairline.
about
Maybe
Ireland.
something like, now I'm going to show you why that's a widow's peak.
Oh.
Or maybe like, you're so ugly, even your hairline is receding.
Why don't you fall back like your hairline?
We'll be here all night, folks.
It's a solid go-to. No, he probably doesn't think it's funny.
He doesn't think it's funny.
Oh, I knew it.
Now he draws his sword.
Okay, now I'm going to pull out my sword. The fun is over.
I thought the nomenclature in this universe was unsheathe my
no.
sword.
I'm going to, well,
I was liking that last time. I don't know.
Invoke an aspect?
Yes, and I'm going to use my 2 blades.
Oh,
This is
okay.
the time, right?
So you are
Yes.
going dual-handed.
Yeah.
Okay.
During this moment, can I turn on a locator to find out where Valentin is?
Yeah.
I would like to do that.
Okay. So you turn on the locator and you notice she is in the upper floor of the Duke's palace.
What is she still doing up there?
I really want to say this. You have an aspect that allows you to randomly show up in the middle of something. I'm going to cut that out in post.
Is it possible for me to slap Porthos to sober him up?
I'm not drunk. I
He's
was
not drunk. He
pretending.
was just faking.
Okay, he was faking.
So-
You could
drunk.
slap him anyway.
But you
Good.
two are down there. You know Valentin's in the upper echelon of the Duke's palace. You don't know what's happening.
Apparently, I stumble into the space where my good buddy Valentin is
Wait,
in a
where
little
the
bit of
hell
trouble.
did Samson go?
But invoke the aspect.
I don't know
You gotta-
which one it
Oh,
is. I
you
don't
see-
read one that is like that. But okay.
Somebody has. Is
I'm
it you
following
who has
along.
it?
I don't know.
I have always up for a fight.
Maybe
I'm
it's a
fast friends with combat.
Maybe it's a stunt.
I don't see it on my sheet here, but I'm not arguing either. I'm ready to go. I would love to help my best friend out.
So
I have the tallest of tails stunt. In a situation aspects
interesting.
creates with my stories get an extra free invocation.
Is it
when a
you,
roll success
Athos?
is better. No,
No.
Athos has
No?
Comte de la Ferre.
Okay, I'm pretty sure Aaron or Samson has it on his character sheet.
I'm not arguing.
So, are you going to invoke that aspect?
I'll invoke that hypothetical aspect, yes. And
'Kay.
poof, I'm there at your
Wait,
back. At
wait,
your side.
wait.
I thought you said no silences.
No silences. I'm definitely going to cut these out. Valentin is being pushed into a corner by
Yeah.
both Kriegsprid and Febre.
Not cool, bro.
And then, all of a sudden, Kriegsprid brings his knife to Febre's throat and pulls off his mask, and it's Samson.
What?
That is amazing.
Oh, do we go up to the room now?
Yeah, what do you guys want to do? We're going to hold it there. What are you guys doing?
What?
Well, we're going to the location they're at because
Wait,
of.
did I not use my dual wield then?
You have both swords out, and Febre's there.
Son of a, I feel like I was cheated out of
Did you
that.
say I'm Fabre?
No,
No.
you're
No,
the other guy.
You're Samson. You were just in disguise.
Oh.
That whole time.
That whole time.
You tricky dog, you. I'm so glad to see you.
Dresses
So
aren't
do
my
we-
only bag.
Do we enter the room at this moment?
You guys are still out in the yard.
Let's
and you're
run
like,
to the room.
Where's Samson? He was just behind us.
Let's go upstairs to Valentin.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Thank you. That was very good.
Okay, you run upstairs. You follow the locator signal, and you bust into the room, and there is Valentin Samson, swords
out.
out, holding Febre at bay.
We've been caught with our swords out, Valentine.
Well, Febre,
Not the first time.
we've been chasing you for a while now.
You've got two.
Samson, this is serious.
Oh, sorry. Whoa.
I would like to invoke my aspect of fearsome duelist.
Okay.
Ensure that Fabre does not get away this
You want to
time.
jump in on this sword fight?
Why, of course.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull off one of my gloves and be like, he thought you could get away with it, and then slap him across the face.
And Febre looks at the three of you, sweating a little. He is a little nervous.
Mm-hmm.
But he says, "Don't you know you are in a heavily defended palace, surrounded by guards?
Yes.
What do you think's going to happen when they find me dead?
We're not gonna kill you, you dumbass.
What are you going to do?"
Well, we have a cargo ship. We're gonna load you on the cargo ship and take you back.
But we will kill you if we must.
And if you hurt us...
you know what? Killing is too good for him. First a hand.
We'll humiliate you first.
Then the... Yes, by removing your hand.
It's slightly immoral, friends.
February.
Capture and escape. I propose. What do you say, Athos?
I propose that we capture and escape. Be sure that he doesn't get away this
Damn
time.
straight.
Good
And
proposal.
while you were arguing, February used his stealth hover pack and has flown out the window.
Oh, no. How?
Guys, we
I was
need
right
to leave
up to him. I was
now.
looking
He's
at
gonna
him.
sound the alarm. We need to leave now.
The
Everyone have
alarm
jetpacks?
starts going off.
Oh, I knew that was gonna happen.
I have an expense report waiting back at home.
To the window.
To the wall.
Not the glass window, please.
It's open, I think. February just went through
I'm
it.
gonna turn my rocket on and fly outside to see if I can spot him.
Okay, you see the smoke trail of his rocket pack
Yes.
in the distance. He's getting smaller and smaller as he moves away.
I am going to...
Guards have just busted into the room behind you.
Out the
swords
window, out the
drawn.
window,
We
out the
leave
window, out the
now.
window.
We bail.
All of us
Okay.
out the
I
window.
think all of us.
Okay,
right?
roll. Everybody roll. You.
Oh.
You.
0.
Okay,
Or
great.
neutral.
You're out.
Neutral.
Oh, you've succeeded with style.
Oh,
So
yes.
not only does
the
Athos
leader.
get out, you do like a loop in the air and just
Loop-de-loop.
knock down all the guards with your jetpack, and then you like gloat a little, and then you fly out the window. Did anybody fail the roll?
I have
I got
negative 2.
neutral, so I
You
don't
got
know.
neutral.
No,
you got negative
yeah,
2.
you got neutral. I got negative
You
2.
grab both Athos and Valentin on the way out.
I'm like,
I'm just way cooler than all you guys.
I'm like, holy shit, bro, that's so cool.
This is why I'm a Rocketeer, son.
I'm like, we gotta go cliff jumping sometime.
Okay, you're all outside. You've managed to finally activate your rocket packs. February is getting away in the distance.
Do I oh, hold on. Let me see. Do I have any kind of like a gun? No. Never mind. I was going to see if we could shoot his jetpack or something. Like just right under the right above the exhaust port, but I don't have a gun. Does anybody have like a laser pistol?
I'm
or...
doing swords, yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
Okay.
No. So what do you do? You're all kind of just hovering
keep,
in the air.
Just keep following the exhaust trail.
Okay, you follow the exhaust trail. You seem to lose him after a while, though the exhaust trail gets blended into some clouds.
Samson, you know this area. Where could he have been headed?
The peninsula of Ralph. What did I say earlier?
Oh, Ralph's Peninsula.
Well,
Sure.
you know, Ralph. I believe there's a port there that he could jump back into space on a quietly, and we probably should try there first.
Then we should get to the ship so we can get there faster.
I concur, Captain.
Let's go then.
Okay.
We'll need to be extra stealthy, though. They've already noticed our ship once before. We don't want it to happen again.
Well, you were flying last time, so I don't know why you're looking at us.
Okay,
saying we have
really?
to- yes,
Really? You gotta bring up my
Yes,
flying?
really. I gotta bring up.
Okay,
your flying.
maybe if you weren't such a backseat pilot, then we wouldn't have these
Porthos,
problems.
of respect for the leadership, please.
What do you mean leadership?
Who is the
We're
boss?
co-leaders.
Oh, well, I like.
If that's
I
what
like
you need to tell
Athos
yourself
better.
to sleep at night, then fine, Porthos.
Athos doesn't lock me in my room.
I just
You
to answer your
deserved it.
question. I just assume the two original Rocketeers would be somewhat in charge.
No, I just mean between, is
there
there
a
a
chain?
commanding officer here?
Yeah, well, no, but D'Artagnan is on vacation.
So these two are like co-managers.
Fighting for
Exactly,
power almost.
they're co-managers. The
We've got
worst
two
kind of
Dwights
managers.
running
Two
the
Dwights.
things right now.
God bless
Okay,
you.
got
Great
it.
reference.
So are you heading back to the ship?
I say
I am.
Yeah, I guess
yes.
so.
Of course.
Stealthily.
You managed to book it back to the ship.
A new,
I'm a linguist.
You managed to make it back to the ship. You see another ship taking off as you get there,
Ah.
and as you get to your
Athos,
ship,
I have suspicion that would be him.
That would be quite
hurry
obvious.
up and
Thank you,
let's start the
Samson.
engine now.
you try to start the engine to your ship, but you cannot get in it. There are a couple of guards standing outside. They have followed you back.
Well, wait. They're in front of the ship.
Yeah, they're in front of the ship.
They're like
You're on
standing
the
in
ship.
front of the door to get in. There's apparently a front door on our ship. I don't know.
I like to think that I've had my swords out this whole time.
You have.
And I never
Embarrassingly.
got the chance to
I'm gonna
duel,
use
did
that
I?
duel.
No, we do not want to
Damn
kill
it.
the guards. They're just doing their job.
No, these are the bad kind.
They're
Oh.
thugs.
So I invoke Flashy. I gain 1 to create an
What
advantage when
kind
intimidating
of
an
people
opponent
at the
with a
Duke's
demonstration.
house? I mean,
Dirty,
Demonstration
dirty people.
of my style.
And you get it.
Yes, I wish. Let's board the ship, compatriots.
They run away.
I'm
Samson
never
does, like,
gonna
a
get
little
to
twirl.
kill anyone with these.
Samson does a little twirl.
Valentin, you killed people enough last time we had a fight.
It made me sad.
That's a good point.
You slitted many throats.
It made me sad.
All right.
You make your way to the ship, and Valentin goes up to the bridge, and there is somebody standing in the room with a sword drawn.
Who are you, foul demon?
Let her kill
I'm
someone.
gonna kill this person.
Yeah, you gotta get it out for
I
out,
said
out of her
that really
system.
loud.
This is
Okay. Yeah, I can do it. 2. Yeah. 1.
1.
Huzzah!
1 plus 1.
You strike him down.
This is unbecoming of a rocketeer.
Wait, do we even know who this person is yet?
Exactly.
This is immoral.
This is immoral.
Who is he?
Bravery,
Okay.
honor, and other fun stuff has been
And
violated.
just, hey, there's a guy on our ship. Kill him.
Valentin inspects the body closer, and he has the crest of the Duke.
Oh, the crest of the Duke.
Snap!
It's not the Duke, though. It's just
No, just
like
the-
a
just
guard.
his
He was
crest.
he was working for the
He
band.
fooled me for a moment, but
I
it's
get
not
it.
the
He's
Duke.
wearing his like gang insignia. Yeah.
Okay, you are in the ship. Dead guy on the floor.
Turn on the engines and
We'll
let's
toss
get
this
out of
dude
here.
out.
Now.
We're through with him.
Don't need any extra baggage.
Okay,
Jettison
Did you check his pockets?
you start the ship.
It's to fly after him.
You fly after the ship that is taken off. It is
Catch
making
that ship.
haste back to Galea.
Oh,
Back to Galea.
Back
why
to
would they be
Galea.
going back to the palace?
Let's just keep a tail on him. Keep following
Get
him.
closer. We're faster than
But-
that. We're in this sporty
Athos.
ship of
Hey,
Athos.
guys, I've got to tell you some important information while we're chasing after this dude. The something of the Regulus is in 15 days. And when it happens, the queen is going to give a welcome speech, and they're going to off the queen.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, it's a whole assassination thing.
We got to tell the major.
I mean, that's great, but could you put your swords away? It's making me uncomfortable.
I
right, damn it.
suggest we're still tailing him, correct?
Yes,
Let
you're
me
still telling him
sheathe
who's
my
flying.
sword,
Who's
sir.
flying?
Athos' ship. Athos is flying.
Athos
I'm
is flying. Okay, Athos, it becomes a contest of a race, so we would do 4 dice rolls in a row to determine what happens.
Okay.
Should we maybe radio the whole thing about the assassination over to what's her face?
Yeah,
though?
I will.
mean,
Yeah, in the moment, I would like to call
are
the
the
major
channels safe or?
on a secure channel.
You try to call the major on a channel, but something is blocking your radio.
Fabre ship.
Horrible cell signal on this
Fabergé.
pilot.
Okay, so you are trailing February's ship. Roll. So 2, -1. Okay, so February's ship manages to get into a jump lane clear ahead of you. Roll again. You managed to get into the jump lane right behind him. Roll again.
Perfect.
He manages to jump out of hyperspace, and you have to wait for the jump thing to recharge.
The jump thing.
The
It's a
jump
lot like
thing.
being in a funeral processsion. Like you can,
Yeah.
just,
Can't go in front
gotta
of the
stay
other
in the
guy.
same lanes, or
Yes.
you are gonna get lost.
And the jump gate, that's what I'm calling it, the jump gate,
Can we call it a
manages to
boom
recharge
tube?
quickly. The boob tube?
The boom
no,
tube?
The
can
boom
we
tube.
not call it that?
Apparently not, because we're children.
Anyway, it manages to recharge quickly, and you jump through, but you have lost sight of the ship. Before you see Galea.
Damn.
And that is the end of Chapter 2. Valentin has discovered the plot in play. The queen's going to be assassinated. You are still in your ship, coming down to the surface of Galea.
The plot thickens.
The plot thickens.
It does. Like
Join
a
us.
delicious roux.
Ooh, I love Rue.
Now, Athos, your role has become very quickly pivotal. Shall you return?
If I am invited back, I shall return.
Oh, well, an
This is my-
astronaut should come every time,
My first
I think.
time ever playing an RPG. So
What'd you
Oh,
think?
God
Oh,
bless
you
you.
were great.
Thanks.
It was really
yeah.
good.
I've been
You-
trying to keep up with you guys. I don't know the plot nearly as well as anyone else, so it's kind of.
Oh, don't worry, I
Trial by
forget
fire.
between
You did
weeks.
great.
Don't worry at all.
So,
But yeah, it was
I mean,
a lot
what
of fun.
you think? You have fun with it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah,
Great.
we'll need to have you back for the rest of
Well,
it.
I mean, at
because
least to
now
fly the ship, one more chapter.
Yeah,
you
I'm
know,
the pilot.
We'll
You
boot
can't
you out
just
at the
boot
end.
me.
Yeah,
fall
that's
out
good.
of the sky.
all the time. We're about to kick
You
this poor
awake.
body out.
As
And
long as
Athos has
Porthos doesn't
disappeared.
backseat
Your ship is
drive
plummeting
anymore,
towards
so I
the
can
earth.
fly stealthily.
You know what, Athos? Shut up.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for being on the show, Mel. I'm glad you had fun. It was a lot of fun to have you on. Thank you for Aaron and Eileen for reprising
Thank
their
you.
roles as Samson and Valentin. Thank you to
Yes.
James, my wonderful co-host.
And thank you to Justin for being my wonderful co-host.
Thank me.
Aw.
Yeah.
feel-
And we'd
Love
like to
guys.
thank again to Demolition Games.
We didn't thank Brady yet.
We're going to.
Oh.
Thank you, Brady, for being on the show from Brady's Prop Shop. Brady's Prop Shop.simplepl.com.
Demolition Games, 85 West, 3300 South.
The game store by gamers for gamers. Be sure to check out Android Netrunner and Dice.
It's Poly Hero Dice.
Poly Hero Dice, and do not check out Stick It to the IRS. Just
No.
just
I mean,
leave that off.
No. No.
And don't forget, we have T-shirts for sale. These are limited edition T-shirts. We're only going to have 101 of them made. They say Thunderdice Empire on them. They have a lovely dodecahedron or whatever 20-sided dice is with headphones on it. It's really cute. It says Thunderdice Empire. It has two little dragons. Please buy our shirts. We need to sell our shirts.
one that had the dogs from Ghostbusters on it? Was that something else that you sent me?
Yeah, that was just a stupid thing
You
I
sent
sent
me a lot of
you were
media.
having a rough day at work. I just wanted to make you
Yeah,
laugh.
like the last year and a half.
Yeah, so I sent
Aw.
you a little picture of the two dogs from Ghostbusters. It was really cute.
Pity.
Okay, well, thank you for listening to episode 5 of Thunderdice Empire. Again, be sure to check out our T-shirts, Brady's Prop Shop. We'll put some links on our website, Netrunner, Polyhero Dice.
Polyhero Dice.
Polyhero Dice. I'm sorry, guys. And do not check out Stick It to the IRS. Thank you again to Demolition Games for having us on, and thank you for listening to episode 5 of Thunderdice Empire.
Yeah.
Join us in 2 weeks as we tackle episode 6 and the thrilling conclusion to the Three Rocketeers.
You feel the familiar pool of adventure beckoning you again. You strap on your boots and set forth once more. Until next time, thank you for listening to Thunderdice Empire. Music used in this episode is Floating in the Midnight Breeze by Foolboy Media and is licensed under CC BY Attribution License. Solve the Damn Mystery by Jesse Spillane and is licensed under a CC BY Attribution License. Call to Adventure by Kevin MacLeod and is licensed under a CC BY Attribution 3.0 International License.